Hello, Kanpur. Just a small question. How many proud mobile phone owners do we have in this room today? Please raise your hands. Switch them off because we want to have an uninterrupted presentation. Thank you so much for this lovely introduction. As you all know me, I'm Shubhangi Mitra, and I'm here to talk about the topic, embrace uncertainty. Bit of a confusion when it comes to this word embrace. When life is full of uncertainty, how can we really embrace it? To start, let me start with a small story about me. 20 years ago, I got married, newly married, freshly graduate from Indian Law University. I landed at the Heathrow Airport. The beat curiosity in my eyes, ambition, confidence, and my degree. I was ready to conquer the world. After all, I had a proven track record in India. I had fought all the adversities. I was born in a village. I had fought with my family to support my own education. So I was equipped. That's what I thought. I had to prove myself and to the world. But when you go in more open and a challenging world, you truly need to equip. I thought I was equipped, but I was certainly not. No UK degree, no work experience, no UK references, no UK godfather and godmothers. In desperation, I ended up working for 2 organizations. In first instance, within 3 months, without pay, I got fired. And in second instance, I signed one-sided contract, which again backfired. In constant process of proving myself, being an Indian, having an accent problem, my appearance, I encountered with stress, anxiety for the first time. I did not know what was happening to me. I certainly did not know what was going wrong. And it was the outcome, the uncertainty. This is the most important point of any uncertainty, not knowing the outcome. Well, with the time I overcame on it, but let's move on. So much talked about by millions and zillions, what exactly does certainty and uncertainty mean? Certainty is basically a state of being in completely confident in all situations and surroundings where you feel you will be achieving positively. Whereas in uncertainty, most of us, we face it in day-to-day life, being not confident, always having some kind of a negative mindset about the forthcoming results. Why do we fear uncertainty? Mind that I'm not a neuroscience specialist or a neurologist, but this is a very common phenomena. This brain is a demon. It has been trained to react either fight or a flight. It always looks after our body's safety. So the brain always craves, for the certainty. A sense of certainty about the future and feeling out of control both generate strong limbic responses, and as your mind is not sure, it starts reacting. This is what all the chaotic aspect of our brain and a limbic system. Sorry about that once again. Yeah. So the last point, mind is a very notorious. It is like we start thinking about all the negative outcomes. Let's say we are the producers, we are the directors, we are the actors, and we produce these horror movies in our minds which never gets released, and then they disappear. It's funny, uncertainty. uncertain world. While I was working as a philanthropist and a social worker for last 2 years, I was running my own charity foundation called MRFA Foundation. During last 2 years, I used to receive hundreds of calls every day from different parts of the world. From India, a doctor's son used to call me to organize the oxygen cylinder. A farmer's wife for the financial help to arrange a remdesivir. And some part of the India, a child who is orphaned because both the parents were no more. In some of the countries, no masks were available. Some places, a woman and a child were suffering because of the domestic abuse, because they were stuck in the abusive partners. Not only that, it's a story of the humans. What about the Creator? Even the gods were closed behind the doors, not for the days, not for the months, but for the years. This was the uncertain world. Now, this is a very interesting picture. You can relate to it. Can anyone tell me where this creation is from? Brilliant. So see, one man's uncertainty created the hold of a holy scripture, Bhagavad Gita. This Arjun, who was a human, Krishna was a charioteer, the God himself, but he was still uncertain. And out of that uncertainty, Bhagavad Gita was born. Let's talk about worldly, brilliant people. This world is made up of two types of people. Let's categorize them into 1% of people who embrace the uncertainty and 99 people, Aam Janta, mango people, the intolerant to uncertainty. Both of them, they react differently in different situations. One doesn't enjoy, the other one doesn't get scared of anything. Both of them have this ordinary word, but what makes this 1% different is then extra point. This 1% population of the world, that we call it as a change makers. Think about it. If world was made up of 100% uncertain people, the caveman for that example, if he had thought, I want to be amongst 99% who is intolerant to uncertainty, I think we all would have been sitting in the cave talking to each other, lighting the fire, thanks to that 1% of the population who have changed this world. Now, rest of the 99% intolerant to uncertainty. Why is that? Why there is a largest number of population who are full of these people? Well, their behavior and personality traits. Because, as I told you some time back, brain is basically functions accordingly the secure environment around us. People who are intolerant to uncertainty, they seek excessive reassurance from others. Ladies, you all the time may be asking, कैसी लग रही हूँ? कुछ change तो नहीं करना पड़ेगा? Or for that matter, men, calling many a times and seeking the reassurance. There should be one to-do list, but there are many to-do lists. To remember something, there has to be another to-do list. It's very sensitive, sorry about that. Oh God. Yeah. So, lack of trust in others. People under the name of perfection always end up doing all the work themselves. They do not believe in delegation. Distraction, procrastination, and avoidance. मुझे जाना ही नहीं है, क्यों खामखा वहाँ पे जाके अपना मन या दिमाग खराब करूँ? So these people, they avoid certain situations. or sometimes just get busy to distract themselves. Now, how can you actually come out of from this 99% to the 1 percentile of population of the world? Now, you all will say, Shubhangi, we are very happy where we are. Let us be 99%. Well, I am not asking you to change the world. I'm asking you to take charge of your life and embrace uncertainty. It's not easy. It's not gonna have overnight changes, but this is an art. Face your fears. That's the most important. What is that really scares you in day-to-day life? Make a literal list. Daily goal. Try to be different from yesterday. If something gets you scared, try and do that. If route that scares you, take it. Try something new cuisine. Watch some bad movie, the actor which you don't like. But start making little changes. Focus on things which you can control. Sometimes some things are not in your control, but don't raise your expectations. Embrace what is within your control. Be agile and alert. Sometimes having a backup plan is always good. Manage your expectations. I want to be Elon Musk, but can I be? No. So let me be Shubhangi Mitra, who can do a little bit change. So be practical. Build a momentum. Enjoy your day-to-day life. Learn to balance. There is a very thin line. Your real expectations and practical expectations, your work and life. That's where your mental health comes. That's where your happiness comes. And that anxiety and stress sometimes can be taken care. You can meditate. I know it's not a cup of tea for everyone. Develop new skills. It might be a bit of a change. With everyday's small activities, you can indeed embrace this art. Now some of you may say, very easy to stand on the stage and preach, isn't it, Shubhangi? How about self-introspection? Well, I used to be like one of those 99%. I still haven't reached to that 1%. I'm somewhere in between. When I was at the peak of my career as a lawyer, I thought world was at my feet. Being an entrepreneur, having the law firm right at the prime location of Oxford Street, 5,000, 6,000 acquaintances, friends, money. I used to come to India, party, go back, work hard. I used to travel. But I thought my life was certain and things were in my hand. That's when a mishap happened. When I was in India, I met with an accident. An accident, a small brain injury, and my whole world turned upside down. This is me. My catastrophic uncertainty. From a happening woman entrepreneur, I became a mental health patient. I lost 40, 50 kilos. I was like a skeleton. Was that lace? I was suffering from a cancer. And these 5,000, 6,000 acquaintances who used to party with me in India, in London, my relatives, my friends, they vanished overnight, labeling me a mental health patient. Some of the doctors, they just decided I was suffering from schizophrenia. They told me not to practice. My father is an Alzheimer patient. My family doctor gave me that prescription. Yes, you are a sensitive and you are suffering from hallucination. This might give a stroke to your father, so do not live with your family. 15 miles away from my own family in Pune, I ended up staying in a hotel, not for a day or a week or months, but 3 years. I abandoned myself. I was stammering. I was hallucinating. I did not know what was happening. I used to cry every day. I did not know who do I look up to. I had 1,000 people on my phone list. but none of were ready to pick up my call. That's when I decided, maybe this is the end of my life. I do not want to survive. Let me end it. That's when I decided to end my life, not once, but twice. But I was not successful. I did not understand the game of this creator. That's where I decided, trust the process, trust the universe. I banged my head in front of God and I said, I'm your child. Now this life is in your hand. Take me or leave me. I'm gonna live as you direct me or as you command me. And I'll see how long can I go. And I trusted the universe. My friends, when you are thrown in deep, darkest battles, out of nowhere, trust the universe and the process. The more harder time you are going through, the brighter the path the universe is creating for you. Just keep going on. And the day I surrendered myself to higher power and the Almighty, these cancer wounds started recovering. These scars all over my body were taken care by 4 different surgeries. Partially paralytic, unable to walk because my spine was injured. Metal plates were fitted. I had lost a will to live my life. But then, some purpose. And what was the higher purpose? Out of nowhere, after 4 years of my recovery, finally, death blinked an eye and life welcomed me back with open arms. Previously, I was just a lawyer and an entrepreneur. And after my deep, darkest battle and a fight, this was the change. My stories got picked up, and the country, United Kingdom, where 20 years back, I was struggling to have a job. That country made me their representative to represent as Mrs. United Kingdom in Mrs. Universe competition last year. And I'm glad to let you know, I proudly presented United Kingdom, and not only I presented it, I stood second runner-up. So that deepest, darkest battle, the 2 roles which I was playing, after that, 3 years of universe's hard work, my roles changed. I not only became Mrs. United Kingdom Classic Universe, but I became philanthropist. I started my own charity foundation. I became a voice to voiceless. And because I was a victim of not my illness, it was the societal stigma. The society made me a victim. That's when I decided there is a lot of work that needs to be done in mental health awareness stream. Power of being alone, very few can handle. Try sometimes. I know it's not easy. And it is also not difficult. I'm not saying people who have a support, they can't do it. But this is for those who have fought their battles alone. If no one believes in you, you don't have to. You believe in yourself. The path which you walk alone will have the strongest direction. The one who flies alone, they have the solid and the strong wings. And end of the day, when you go through that reincarnation of life, you start trusting yourself. You start respecting yourself. Your purpose, your mission and vision becomes clear. And when you start respecting yourself inside and out, this world starts respecting you. And as they say, as you climb the ladder of success, even when you are alone, a lot of friends will go away from you. And that's why the Ferrari has 2 seats and the bus has a 50. Know the difference. Power of words. Daily affirmations. You all must have seen. But trust me, every word has a power. It can make you or break you. When I said implement smallest changes in your life, start leaving them. Do focus on yourself, what you can control. Tell yourself you are enough. Do not compare yourself. No one is you, and that's your power. Stay away from energy drainers. Be with energy chargers. Every night when you go to bed, you go to sleep as yourself. But every hour of the day, you play different roles. As a daughter, as a friend, these are the masks we remove hour after hour. So end of the day, at night, what is left, that is you and your soul. And if your soul is not happy, your brain is not happy, nothing can be taken care. Benevolence and compassion. When I'm telling you about this embracing uncertainty, I'm not asking you, are you in a better place than others, as in compare with anyone. But look down around you. Don't get lost in yourself so much that today, sitting here in this auditorium, while studying your masters, you may be fighting or complaining about, I cannot go abroad for my higher education, or I can't go to other city to have a job. But remember, my friends, there is a same girl, same boy in different part of the world who's dreaming about the education, and he doesn't have it. Right of education, right of freedom. Some part of the world, perhaps a child is craving for a meal. So be compassionate. Believe in benevolence. One act of kindness, could be a smile, trust me, is really a greatest weapon one can have. Someone is angry and you keep on smiling. They get confused. But this is the best weapon. Count your blessings, because that's the truth. My illness taught me when I is replaced with we, even the illness becomes the wellness. Illness of poverty, illness of illiteracy, illness of anger, replace that I with a we, and the world will be different. My favorite part. Lots of pictures, huh? Let me start with the first picture. Can anyone tell me what's that? The first picture? ECG machine. And what's the second picture? A happy man having his ECG done. So the first picture, ECG, that is to measure our heartbeat, right? And the last picture is when the heartbeat goes flat, that's when we are declared the dead. So the very core of our life, the heartbeat, runs up and down, how life can be straightforward. This is the very core fact of your life. Embrace it. My life and my legacy. The center picture is nothing but the angels. And that is my tomb. Sorry about that. I have given myself 100 years. Yes, I'm obsessed with myself. The center picture shows the angels, because when I'll be dying on my deathbed, I want my angels of blessings and achievements to be dancing around me, not the ghosts of opportunities that I missed out. That's the fact. What you see, yeah, I'm born in 1979. I'm gonna die in 2079, if God willing. The dash in between. The first date and the last date is not in our hand, because that is the truth. We come with that date, we go with that year or a date. But this middle is our life, the dash. Every dot is our opportunity. Every dot that connects is our lifeline. So, believe in yourself. This world, on the closing note, I want to tell you, is jungle. Embrace, rule, and dominate, or else hide, be uncertain, or evaporate. And trust me, my friends, no one can in this world will close that door which God has opened for you. And I speak through my experience. Thank you.